This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that sucked. Welcome to the show. My name is Mark Farzetta. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast and the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. You know, it's funny. I'm watching Really, nothing's funny about this one. I'm watching Ranger Suarez in the first couple of innings there, and he is throwing this curveball that just looked like it had better bite on it. Like, usually I'm used to this, like, looping, not like Barry Zito looping, but still like more of a looping 12-6 curveball from Ranger Suarez. And today there was like a quick, not velocity, but just a quicker bite to it, it looked like. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a little different. Let's see how this one goes. Not great. Not great. Between him and Singer tonight, it was epic in the first two innings. Neither pitcher threw more than 11 pitches. It was actually a Singer that threw 11 pitches in the top of the first inning. That was a workload until they got to Ranger Suarez in that third inning. Before that, he had a 5-pitch first, a 7-pitch second, and then a 22-pitch third inning. All right, so what's the problem? Well, it's not his velocity. His velocity is never good. It's just not good. It's not even like a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. It's like a good fastball. It's not great, but it's a good fastball. This day and age, you can live with that. You know, it's not going to be blinding anybody, but you better be hitting your spots, and that's what Ranger Suarez can do with it. But, yeah, that's not there. And hitting your spots, certainly not there. And him being all pissy and whatnot, leaving the game at home plate umpire Willie Trainer today, was he good? No, he sucked behind the plate. He was terrible. The strike zone was awful tonight, but I don't give a damn. This is Ranger Suarez. Has he had Trainer for his last 3, 4, 5 starts? Has that been the case? No. Okay, then let's talk about the Ranger Suarez problem we're having right now, because we've seen it before, and I highlighted this after his last start. And you know what? Nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to believe me. There it is. I finally found it. This is Ranger Suarez in last year. This is his breakdown last year. Oh, look, March, not so great, just one start, but 5.40 ERA. That's nothing worth bragging about. Oh, my goodness, historically amazing in the month of April. Not so good in the month of May. Worse in the month of June. Terrible in the month of July. It went from a 6.61 ERA to a 5 ERA in 2 starts in August of last year. And then in September, an ERA of 6.04 in the month of September. I don't know if it's the back issue. I don't know if it's weight issues, again, staying in shape, I should say, for Ranger Suarez, as I've heard from, people within the organization. But whatever it is, it's got to get fixed, because as much as I'd love to look at Aaron Nola, only allow, 2 runs, 4 hits, struck out 11, I think it was tonight in Lehigh Valley, over 5 1/3. That's great. I'm not betting on it. I'm not looking at Aaron Nola. Oh, you just wait till Aaron Nola gets back. No, he's going to have to prove it to me as well, that he can go up there at the big league level and get guys out again. That he can have you get you a great month of pitching as the season winds down. By the way, the Mets are up like 13-5 on the Atlanta Braves, so that one looks like a bit of a victory, to say the least, for the Mets, unfortunately. So 5 games back the Mets are going to be after tonight, it looks like. But this was a concern for me, even when Ranger Suarez was dominating in his first 2 months since he's been up, or since he's been healthy enough to pitch. There always seems to be these moments with him over the last 3 years now where he looks like he is the next Cy Young, whatever. He looks like he's the next Sandy Koufax. He looks like he's the next Steve Carlton, and then all of a sudden crashing back down to earth. And that's what we're experiencing right now. And if it's injury, rest up, son. They're going to need you. If it's a matter of keeping yourself in better game day shape, find a way to do it. Because what we're seeing right now ain't it. And I know he was upset. The thing that was wild to me, I know there was one particular pitch, and I'll talk about it right now, with Ranger Suarez tonight that I think really upset him. And there was a pitch in that 6th inning where it was out over the middle of the plate, and it was not called a strike. It was called a ball. Middle of the plate, well above the knees, more into the thigh region than anything, and it was called a ball. Yeah, if I'm Ranger Suarez, yeah, that's going to piss me off a little bit too. Excuse me, it was the 4th inning. It was the inning where Andujar had the home run to lead off the inning on a 2-0 slider. That made it a 3-0 game. Then he's able to get a couple of outs there. Unfortunately, give up another base hit. He gets Hayes to fly out to center field. He strikes out McLean, and that was the pitch. A 3-2 curveball. He gets him to swing and miss at there on McLean. And it was a 2-1 call that made it 3-1. And that pitch was right at the knees. Or excuse me, it wasn't right at the knees. It was right above the knees, well within the strike zone, over the middle of the plate, and I guess was called low? So I get why that'd be upsetting. But why was it upsetting in the 3rd inning when he gave up, let's see here, a base knock to Trevino, a base knock to Espinal, both these on sinkers, by the way. You get a double play opportunity. Oh, man, this really, when you break it down, let me get this in.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Turning point for me came in the 3rd inning. And this was it was originally ruled the 4-6-3 double play. It ended up getting overturned when Friedel ended up beating it out at first base. It was a great play by Bryson Stott to flag it down and then try to get it over to Trey Turner at short and then to Bryce Harper. But just nothing was doing, unfortunately. They couldn't turn it. Friedel made a great play. He beat it out. But if he was able to get the double play there, you're out of that inning. So no harm, no foul. It's still a 0-0 ball game. But then Steer steps up after that with 2 runners on. He gets the 2-run double in the left field corner. He was up in the count 0-2. Then it's a 1-2 fastball that he puts in the left field corner. And Max Kepler, dude, what the hell, man? You couldn't have taken a worse angle to that baseball. This is why, I understand. Yes, is Max Kepler a better fielder than Nick Castellanos? Yes, well, that's not hard. But he's not a good enough fielder to the point where I want to take Nick Castellanos when he's swinging the bat. Well, not like right now. When I want to take him out of the lineup. Max Kepler takes a horrible angle to this one. Probably could have saved a run at least. Instead, 2-run score because he takes a bad angle at it. It goes to the wall. They're late getting it in. 2-run score instead of 1. It's a 2-0 Cincinnati lead. That was the turning point as far as I'm concerned. Not being able to turn that double play and get out of it. Max Kepler taking a horrible angle. Instead of just a 1-0 lead, it's a 2-0 lead. Simple as that. Then he gets De La Cruz to pop out the second base there at Bryson Stott. So that was that. 4th inning, Andujar, the player I already mentioned there. He gets the 2-0 slider, middle of the plate. He just gets it over the wall there in left field, 366 feet. A line drive. Certainly had the distance, barely had the height, I'll say. Now it's a 3-0 game. You get that terrible pitch that ends up being an 8-pitch at bat. 5th inning, he's able to get himself out of trouble. A base-loaded 2-out jam. He gets out of it with Andujar grounding out to 3rd. Edmundo Sosa stepped up and made a nice play there, but he also had a walk on Espinal in that one. He originally had 1st and 2nd with 1 out, but no damage in that 5th inning. 6th inning, that's where he ran into some more trouble. He walked Hayes on 4 pitches, got Marte to fly out to left. McCain came up there, got the double. No run scored. He got runner on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Trevino knocks in another 2 runs for the Cincinnati Reds. This time it goes to a 5-0 Reds lead. That was on a 1-1 curveball. That curveball that I mentioned started to flatten out a little bit even more. Trevino took advantage of it. Then another base knock. He got bases loaded, 1 out. And before that Friedel base hit, I'm thinking, Rob, are you going to get somebody here, bud? Hey, Rob Thompson. That thing Ranger Suarez has been doing lately, he's doing it again. You going to get somebody in there, Rob? Yeah, you're going to get somebody in there, Rob Thompson? And he finally got somebody in there. Ross came in. He immediately gave up the sac fly, RBI to center field. Good play by Brandon Marsh, both the catch and the throw. And then Marsh was able, with his butt against the wall in center field, he got De La Cruz retired with a fly ball out there, a little warning track power, if you will. But by the time it was all said and done, 6-0 in favor of the Reds. All 6 runs charged to Ranger Suarez. The 10 hits, as you see in the notes there, a season high for Ranger Suarez.
You look at his ERA now up to 3.28. What are we doing? Absolutely terrible. Joe Ross came in clean, 8 pitches, 2 outs. See ya. Max Lazar, 2 innings, 1 strikeout, no hits, no walks, all good there. 22 pitches. But Ranger Suarez, I am utterly afraid that this is the direction we're heading again with Ranger Suarez. As far as the offense went. Now, by the way, player of the game, for a terrible reason, we're going to...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
For negative purposes, Ranger Suarez. I'm not naming a Cincinnati Red tonight. I just don't have it in me tonight. Too annoyed. So Ranger, for a negative way, player of the game. Now, as far as what we'll be talking about tomorrow.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Here we go. The offense is silent. Yeah, Bryce Harper prevented it from being a shutout. He got the home run, his 18th of the season in the top of the 9th inning. Whoopity-doo, all that stuff. You know, fine. I'd rather him hit the home run than not hit the home run. I don't care. It really doesn't matter. Good, he barreled one. Hopefully that helps his confidence going forward. I don't care. But really, I think what you'll be talking about, other than Ranger Suarez's struggles tonight, is that the Phillies couldn't work a walk to save their life tonight. This was just pathetic. The 5th hit of the game was Bryce Harper's home run. It's another game where you're thinking, are they going to get no hits? Like last night, Phillies, what, the 5th inning is when JT Realmuto got the first base hit? Well, Nick Castellanos got the first base hit. 5th inning of tonight's game. That one just went off of Cruz's mitt. Should have been a ground out. Really, it should have been an error because Cruz really didn't have to move all that much. And they actually gave Nick Castellanos a base knock credit for that one. But albeit his batting average, 258 on base percentage, 297. But look at this lineup today. Porous. Terrible. What are we doing? That's what you're looking at tonight when it came to your Philadelphia Phillies. It was awful. Absolutely awful tonight. What you'll be talking about tomorrow. Hopefully the Phillies picking up the pieces and getting back at it tomorrow with all they got going on. Now back to 19 games under 500. The Mets, top of the 9th inning in Flushing, are up 13-5 on Atlanta. So, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a 5-game lead for the Phillies. 5:10 start time tomorrow, by the way. Christopher Sanchez, thank God. Thank God. Goes against Hunter Green. Green 4-3 in the season with a 2.72 ERA, right-handed pitcher. He'll go against Christopher Sanchez. 11 wins on the season. He's 11-3 with a 2.36 ERA. That's what you got cooking up for tomorrow. When we come back, we'll take your comments on this game, what you guys are thinking about the Phils right now. All that and more on this edition of Locked On Phillies Postcast. You guys have heard me talking about open phone before. How great is open phone, especially if you're running a business? You know, every missed call is money left on the table. Think about it. The last time you had an emergency, you just sit there and keep calling people. You just sit there and just call one person and go, oh, they didn't answer. I'll just wait. Meanwhile, the pipe continues to leak in the house. No. Open phone realizes that a missed call is money left on the table. Open Phone, the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. The whole team can share one number and respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, who's handling this? No, everybody's on the same page with Open Phone. And the AI agent handles after-hours calls, answers common questions, and captures leads, so I never miss a customer again. Open Phone is offering Locked On Phillies Postcast listeners and viewers 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OPENPHONE.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. FanDuel. What are we talking about here with FanDuel? We're talking about a little bit of everything when it comes to how amazing FanDuel is. Take advantage of all they have to offer, especially on August 26th. Mark it down on your calendar. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you the deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champion before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. FanDuel Futures Day. Take a flyer on the MVP, crown a champion, or parlay your division winner. Dark horses. How about that? Visit the FanDuel app today. Start planning your futures bets now because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. And now I'm going to tell you about GameDayH. How great is GameDayH? GameDayH is fantastic. GameDayH makes clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colors for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart. Versatile style that works on game day, casual Friday at the office, maybe even on the golf course. It works everywhere. Helps you look good, too. Right now, you can get 15% off with promo code MLB15 at GameDayH.com. That's GameDayH, H-U-E.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up with GameDayH.com. Let your colors talk because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayH.com, promo code MLB15. And scene. I mentioned earlier tonight that that fella, that Aaron Nola guy, he pitched in the minor leagues tonight for a rehab assignment. He could join the Phillies again as early as Sunday, I believe it is. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, it is a sight for Suarez. I am very much looking forward to see him come here at the major league level and just see what you got here. I think I said 5 1/3 earlier. It was 5 2/3 tonight. 2 runs, 4 hits, no walks, 11 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. A 2.19 ERA right now in AAA. By the way, you know who was behind the plate catching him today? Old Stubberoo. Garrett Stubbs was behind the dish tonight. He's in 267 in the minors. By the way, the Iron Pigs lost 6-0 today. Justin Crawford led off, got 1 base knock on the day playing center field. His average drops to 239. Come on, man. What's going on here? What's going on? All right. Let's get your comments, see how you guys are feeling about this one tonight, this really rough, ugly Phillies loss. Morgan, Ranger danger? I agree. Good on Ranger. If the offense doesn't want to give him run support, then screw it. I'm pretty sure that's what it meant. That's what he was doing. How about some home plate umpiring tonight? Topper, once again, hanging Ranger out to dry. It really does baffle me. As bad as Trainer was behind the plate tonight, there's no argument, and he was bad. The Rangers been bad. I'm not going to blame the umpire tonight. Was he terrible? Absolutely. But it's like, Rangers, like, what do you want me to do, throw it over the plate? Well, he did, and he called it a ball. So it was hopeless. It felt really, really hopeless tonight. Philly Nate, between last year and this year, I would imagine Ranger is the worst second time through the order pitcher in Major League Baseball. Kind of feels like that. John, I was once worried about losing Ranger to free agency. Now I welcome it. It's that time of the year, folks, when Ranger Suarez packs it in. No. Morgan Landy, at least we aren't the Mets blowing a 5-1 lead. Well, the Mets are now up. And that game's probably over by now. Oh, top of the 9th inning? No, don't call it a comeback. Yeah, that one's over. Pete Alonso, all-time Mets home run leader. Isn't that wild? That's wild. That was quick. Hey, top of the platoon, Little League garbage isn't work. I mean, it has been working. Tonight it did not work, unfortunately. Seabrook 9, Nicky Nips, ending this game is just dude, the Nicky Nips, man. I know we got a base knock tonight. We all know that should have been an error. I mean, come on. Ellie De La Cruz didn't even have to, like, he didn't dive for it. The line drive came out and he was like, oh, drat. Like, that's all he did. He leaned to the left slightly, hit off his mitt, and they gave it a base hit. That should have been an out. I don't even remember if it was a line drive at that point or a hopper. I don't know. But either way, that's an error. It's not a base hit. Nick Castellanos has been terrible. Philly Fan 07, hey, Topper, why isn't Bader an everyday starter? That is also confusing. I mean, I know that he does hit right-handed pitching. Why you wouldn't have him go up? Wait, hold on a second. He can be a reverse splits guy, but I just don't understand why you wouldn't have him out there tonight. this platoon thing, it actually has worked for the Phillies' benefit. So I don't understand why against Brady Singer, right-handed pitcher tonight, you wouldn't have Bader out there who can hit righties, which is a bit of a rarity for guys that David Dombrowski has acquired at the deadline. Kepler never makes a diving catch. That is true. Chris Moore, we're back to sucking again. Why can't we be like the Brewers? Well, the Brewers are just hot. That's what they do. Bilbo Swaggins, what's going on? The law of averages proposes that most future events are likely to balance any past deviation from a presumed average. I've gone cross-eyed. Thank you. Farzy can't bench the bar. Farzy, Ranger may be a problem. We may need a healthy Nola for the playoff rotation. How would you set the rotation for the potential 5-game NLDS? Well, a lot of that is going to hinge right now. Christopher Sanchez gets that start. But I'm very confident. Now, okay. How would I set? Well, let me see the question again. How would you set? Christopher Sanchez 1, Zach Wheeler 2, and then I would go, really, it's a toss-up after that for me. Jesus Luzardo, you can certainly think about. Aaron Nola, I don't know what I'm getting yet. But I think your 1, 2, 3 is going, okay, that's my desire. My desire is Sanchez, Wheeler, but Wheeler will move right back to that number 1 spot if he just even has a good outing in his next outing. So Sanchez, Wheeler, Luzardo, maybe Nola. Also depends on how that other team hits righties and lefties, whoever you're facing. But now that's my desire. My prediction is Wheeler starts game 1. Christopher Sanchez starts game 2. Game 3, Suarez ain't getting a sniff of it right now. It's going to come down to either Luzardo or Nola. Taijuan Walker has been, it's 12 innings of Taijuan Walker allowing 1 run. That's great. Keep that coming there, big fella, please. But right now, I think it's between Sanchez and Wheeler. Most likely Wheeler will get it. So that's what I'm looking at. Polarbuck, hey all. You may not like losing tonight, but you can like this video for our boy Fars. Thank you, Polarbuck. Yes, please do my show business begging for me. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, that's a great point. WW32, who else thought Harper's homer sounded really angry? It did sound. It was an explosion off the bat. Would Ranger go on the pen, says Joel Evers? Possibly. Ken, after Ranger's lackluster performance and no offense, that was a rain delay, the inevitable, the end of the win streak. Yeah. Wait.
Don't tell me. Thank you, David. Thank you for mentioning it. I just switched it over. I did that to start the show. Looks like I'm having the same issue as I did before. Terrible. What should I bet on? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Oh, Ari, go Birds. Go Birds. Ranger did this 2 years ago. Led off 2 years ago. A leadoff walk in the middle of the inning meant that was going to be an ugly inning. Yeah, that's pretty true. The offense was trying to make contact against the Rangers. Yeah, maybe. Casty's still not benched, in fact. Moved up to 4th with JT out. Told you he's making too much money. As far as the game at Bar, you are correct. That's what they did tonight. Although it's stupid. And 3 days now. 3 days before Justin Crawford most likely gets called up. So good times. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. You do have Christopher Sanchez on the hill tomorrow going for another series win for your Philadelphia Phillies. So until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Back with you guys tomorrow. See you then. Bye.